Okay, so this is just the vector example. We've got a vector A, which is equal to 5i minus 12j, and we're asked to find the magnitude and the direction of the vector. Now, by magnitude we mean the length of it. So if I just draw it roughly anyway, just to get started, you can see that if we have an axis like this, and here, this will be our x-axis there, that's our y-axis there, 5 would be roughly there, let's say, and then 12 would be roughly there. And our vector goes from there to there. So it's 5i, the distance from there to there is 5, and minus 12j, distance from there to there is 12. So that's our vector, and we're asked to find the magnitude and the direction. Now if you remember, we have a formula for the magnitude of any vector is equal to the magnitude of A squared will be equal to the square root of 5 squared plus minus 12 squared. This comes from if we have this vector here, AI plus BJ, we'd have the magnitude of D would be equal to the square root of A squared plus B squared. Now we can see that clearly from here because we have a right angle triangle. This side is 5, that side is 12. This is the magnitude from here to here. So it's just using Pythagoras' theorem. Now one thing to be sure of is that it's minus 12 to be squared. So it's the whole of minus 12 is to be squared. So it's minus 12 by minus 12, which gives us plus 144. So we have 24 plus 144, which is equal to the square root of 169, which is equal to 13. So the magnitude of A is 13. The distance from there to there is exactly 13. The next thing we have to do is to find the angle. So we know, again, we can use that angle there. If we know theta, so we know theta, or the tan of theta is equal to the opposite over the adjacent. In this case, the opposite is 12 and the adjacent is 5. The opposite is there, the adjacent is there. Now when we put this into a calculator, and I'll just do it quickly here. And if I put in, just 2 seconds. So we want the inverse tan of, well, we're going to do 12 divided by 5 is equal to, and we want the inverse tan of that, and we get an angle of 67.38 degrees. Now notice that the angle is below the x-axis there. So that's the same as for our, if we were to write it properly, because it's below the we call that, it'd be a negative angle. So our answer is actually the magnitude of A is equal to 13, and the angle is equal to minus 67.38 degrees. You could also say 67.38 degrees south of east. So it's south of the east direction, and that's it.